I'm Mel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be talking about lock sizes. I really just wanted to educate people on, I'm going to break this video into 3 parts. So lock parts, volume, and the different sizes. And no, it's not in order. If you're one of those people and you don't really like to do a lot of research and you just kind of want to just show a picture to your loctician or whomever's starting your locks, you can definitely do that. You can get something off Google, but I definitely don't recommend going into it blindly. My mother started her locks the same time as me, and she told her loctician, like, just do whatever. And now she's regretting it because she wishes she would have got hers as small as mine. So definitely don't recommend going into it blindly. Get you a picture offline, be intentional, and do your research. Let's get into it. So for the first segment or part, we're going to talk about sizes. So you have your micro, you have your extra small, you have like medium, you have medium, you have large, you have extra large, and then you have your wigs, which are like pretty decent size. They're pretty good width. So I think it ultimately just depends on what you're aiming for. So, you know, I knew that I wanted this size. I wanted them to be not too big, but not too small. I think too, you have to keep in mind that as your locks mature, they do shrink. So they are going to get a little bit smaller. And I think that's the issue too. Like, a lot of people are combing their locks out now because I think they didn't research, or they didn't know that, you know, their locks are not going to look and stay the way that they are when they first started them. So definitely research and kind of Google some of the different sizes and what they look like and kind of go from there. Micro locks, very tiny, and oftentimes can be a lot of maintenance. Can be very expensive to keep getting retwisted because, you know, you tend to have more in your head and it takes longer to actually retwist those. So they're beautiful, but again, I definitely would research the different sizes because you definitely want to get something that's going to fit your lifestyle and your budget. And I think if I had to say like what size my locks are, I would say I think they're like a medium maybe, or like medium in some places. But literally my hair looks exactly like the picture that I provided my loctician with, and they fit my lifestyle, they fit my budget. I get them done like every 2-3 months, and I'm in love with them, honestly. So that's why I say definitely be intentional and be specific with what you want. What's your goal? For the second part of the video, we're going to be talking about parts. So typically there are a lot of different ways you can part locks, but the 4 most commonly used is your square parting, your diamond parting, your C-shaped, and organic. Parting is important because whenever you get a retwist, it's going to show, and it's really going to influence the size of your locks. So with the square parting, which is what I actually decided on, it is an easy method to do. It is the most common, and I just love the way it looks. You know, whenever I get braids or whenever I used to wear braids, I always got square parts. So that is why I chose that. You have your diamond parting. That is great for people who have very thin and fine hair because it will make your hair look a lot fuller whenever you get a retwist, which is probably what I should have done because I do have more of a thin and fine type of textured hair, but I still wanted to get my square part because I'm stubborn. And then you have your C-shaped. So that is great for people who want a more natural look, especially if you wear a lot of ponytails. It tends to lay in a more natural type of way. So, you know, a lot of people decide to do that instead of doing the organic. So the organic, you just kind of let your hair do its thing without actually doing parts. So for me, when I think of the C shape, it's kind of like people who want an organic look with a little bit of a part to it. My light is deciding to flicker during this video, but you know, lock parting definitely matters. It's going to depend on, you know, how thick your hair is, the density of your hair, if you have thin hair, but definitely want to make sure you choose the right one based on how you want your locks to look. My last part of this video is volume. So, you know, some people don't want a lot of locks on their head. You know, if you have a lot of hair and you get small, very small locks, you're going to have a lot of locks. You know, if you have a lot of hair and you get them huge, then you're not going to have as many on your head. So ultimately, it just kind of depends on what your goal is. I wanted a very full look, but I didn't want them to be like way too small. So that is why I went with this size. But, you know, again, that all comes down to just finding a picture for inspiration. And, you know, your loctician or whomever that's starting your locks would be able to tell you, you know, look, your hair is too thin, so I don't think you should get them this big because you may only have 4 in your head. You know, if you have very thin hair and you get them humongous, like, you're just not going to have a lot on your head. So definitely want to be realistic and kind of figure out what, you know, you want your hair to be. But I really hope that this video was helpful for you if you are thinking about starting your locks. I'm actually going to do a video on the different types of starter lock methods, so make sure you tune in. I appreciate you for watching this whole video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.